Hey guys, welcome back to Xposed Tuesday. Today we're going to talk about a module that gives us the ability to modify how our system displays our signal strength. And I'm talking about signal strength whenever you're connected to a cell tower or even a Wi-Fi connection. So without further ado, let's check it out. Today we're going to take a look at a module that enables us to change the way our system displays our strength of connection as far as when it connects to a cell tower or even to a Wi-Fi access point. Currently I'm only connected to a cell tower. It says that I have an LTE connection and it says I have almost about half of my bars, and that normally would say that I have a really good connection. Well, let's go ahead and go into the Xposed installer and we're going to open up the modules and we're going to look for NetStrength, and version is 1.1. And then we're going to check the box and restart the device. Once you do that, you'll be able to go in and interface with it. There are two different cell towers or two different connection types that you're able to change the way the system displays it. And it's the Wi-Fi and the cell connection. Both options of modification are exactly the same. I'm just going to go ahead and modify the way it displays my cell tower connection. You notice I checked the box, it doesn't change it right away. The easy way to do it is just by turning off the screen and forcing it to redraw, and then my data will show up again and it shows up exactly the way it's intending to show up. It gives me the number in dBm, which is basically decibel per milliwatt, and right now it's saying it's about 115 and negative 115, which is not a good connection. Anything over 100 is not one of the strongest one. You want to be somewhere under 100 to have somewhat of a decent connection, but the main point of here is it shows it in red because it does indicate over 100, and if I drop under 100 it goes into orange and it gets green as I get closer to a stronger cell tower, which means I'm closer to the actual cell tower. You're able to change the way the information is displayed. The unit of measure, by default, it goes to dBm. You're also able to show the ASU, of course, a percentage, which is a good also indicator. The other thing you want to say is you can say show the unit, which will add the actual little dBm to the right of that number, but I'm going to keep it off. I don't want to expand my total notification panel. You're also able to modify the size of the text. I did bump it up from 16 just to make it legible. You're also able to have it override the color. Now, the default option here is to have it match a dynamic phased color, meaning the higher the number, the more the worse the connection, the more red color it gets, and if it's better, it gets into a greener color. You're able to override it by just saying you want it white, and if I turn off my screen, turn it back on, and unlock, and you can see here now it has an overriding color of white. I like to keep it dynamic, but it keeps it more informative. And of course, text repositioning, in case the text doesn't show up correctly, it is by default set to 0, which is what the normal text is, the way positioning, and if you want to bring it down a little bit more, you're able to. Both options are available on the Wi-Fi and on the cell connection. You get the same options, you're able to set them up there. If you do end up hitting a position where you kind of mess it up pretty bad, you can reset everything up. And then the last but not least, you have the ability of hiding your module. Normally, when I want to look for all the information that this module gives me, I have to do a deep dive within the settings, go under About Phone, and look at it. And so every time you want to look at your phone, this is not exactly a step or an intuitive process to do. So having this module simplifies the way of looking at it. The data is always there. It refreshes right away by just either turning off the screen and turning it back on. You don't have to reboot the system for things to take an effect. I like the module from the simplicity because it just gives you the information right away. I would have liked to be able to see the indicator show me my dBn and ASU together, since that's how it shows within the settings on my device. Some devices don't have that, so I would like the option to be able to turn them both on, as opposed to having to switch or at least pick between dBm or ASU. The percentage is nice, but I feel like it gives me the same information as what I normally see on my screen. I like to be able to see the signal strength. So definitely a really good module for all those power users that always are mindful of how your system displays their information. As usual, like and subscribe to this channel, like subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one.